Hi, this is Preeti from Analytics India magazine, and today's episode is a weekly update from the world of data science. Everything from new launches, latest research, cyber threats, and events that have happened in the past 7 days will be covered here. So let's just get to it. As always, starting with the launches, Amazon launches new Alexa developer tools. Amazon announced new features for developers who want to write Alexa skills. In total, the team released 31 new features at its Alexa Live event. Unsurprisingly, some of these are relatively minor, but a few significantly changed the Alexa experience for the more than 7 lakh developers who have built skills for the platform so far. One of the highlights of this release is the beta launch of Alexa Conversations. For developers, this means that they can use the service to create sample phrases, annotate them, and provide access to APIs for Alexa to call into. Moving on, SpaceX successfully launched an Anasis-2 satellite. SpaceX has completed another successful launch, this time on behalf of Lockheed Martin and its client, South Korea. The payload is Anasis-2, a dedicated military communications satellite, which is South Korea's first, which the nation will use to help safeguard its national security. The Falcon 9 carrying the Anasis-2 lifted off from Cape Canaveral in Florida. This is a record in terms of the time required to recover a booster and turn it around for reuse, breaking the 63-day time of the booster used for Starlink's 4th production launch in February. This booster only went 51 days between flights, beating the existing record by nearly 2 weeks. Coming to the next news, Microsoft introduces Customer Voice, a real-time customer feedback tool. At Microsoft Inspire, the company made several Dynamics 365 announcements, including Dynamics 365 Customer Voice, a real-time customer feedback tool that could compete with Qualtrics, the company SAP bought in 2018 for $8 billion. Microsoft General Manager Brenda Bounds says that as more customers move online during the pandemic, it's more important than ever to capture real-time customer feedback that you can combine with other data to build a more complete picture of the customer that could lead to more successful interactions in the future. Moving on, GEDmatch confirms data breach after users' DNA profile data was shared with the police. GEDmatch, the DNA analysis site that police used to catch the so-called Golden State Killer, was pulled briefly offline while its parent company investigated how its users' DNA profile data apparently became available to law enforcement searches. The company confirmed that the permissions change was caused by a breach. The site, which lets users upload their DNA profile data to trace their family tree and ancestors, rose to overnight fame in 2018 after law enforcement used the site to match the DNA from a serial murder suspect against the site's million-plus DNA profiles in the site's database without first telling the company. Moving on, Tiger Global-backed Syrian Labs launches Syrian AE to make contract management easier for SMEs. Contracts contain a lot of easy-to-miss details, especially for companies that need to deal with high volumes of paperwork. At the same time, many lack access to software that makes the process easier by digitalizing contracts. Syrian Labs, the contract management software startup backed by Tiger Global, wants to help with a new product called Syrian AE. Syrian AE is meant to be a cost-effective way for companies to address the gap and immediately democratize access to a larger set of mid-market companies who will now be able to avoid the high costs and durations associated with risk analysis, diligence, and compliance. CMU and Facebook AI Research use machine learning to teach robots to navigate through recognizing objects. Carnegie Mellon released new research into the world of robotic navigation. With help from the team at Facebook AI Research, the university has designed a semantic navigation that helps robots navigate around by recognizing familiar objects. In the example given by CMU, the robot is able to distinguish an end table from a kitchen table and thus extrapolate in which room it's located. That should be more straightforward, however, with a fridge which is both pretty distinct and is largely restricted to a single room. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Analytics India magazine and follow this segment for everything related to data science as a career. See you soon. Bye.